Good morning, everybody. I decided that today was the day I was going to change sheets, and not only that, but I was going to do my mattress pad, and then that turned into the duvet cover, and then it turned into the comforter. So, Joe, you got that big pile? That's quite a load for you this morning. This is funny. The camera turns on, and all of a sudden you can do it. Just a minute ago, you were whining that it was too heavy.
That's too big. I can't like it.
You don't like it? It is a big load, isn't it? Thank you. I appreciate that. What you doing here, Joe? You writing some letters? What did you write? You wrote... What did you write? Fe, po, puff, buff, and p-p-o. You gonna write some real words now?
Excavator.
Oh, that's an excavator?
Yeah. Big dump truck. Dump truck is mine.
The dump truck is mine, huh?
Mine.
All right, next up we're just going to tackle all this laundry here. Yeah. It is about 12:30. No, I think it's closer to 12:45 right now. And it has been... Hi. It has been really busy in the house today. Just doing tons and tons of school. I actually got Joseph and Peter and Maria all of their school, which is a big thing. There you go. It's a big thing to get all of their school done before lunch, but we did it. I had to, lots of reminders though. It's not because they were just like super good little children sitting there so quietly getting it done. It's because Mom was constantly on them. But we got it done. Did lots and lots of algebra with Sam, statistics with Amber, and lots of statistics with Amber. But just trying to get a lot of that stuff done. It was so busy, that's why I did not vlog much of anything this morning. Yes? No, you need to eat your sandwich. Maria's trying to make deals with me with her peanut butter and jelly sandwich. But yeah, I'm not gonna fall for that today. So, I just took some scraps out to the chickens. That's what I was just doing. I should have given you guys a peek at the chickens, but I just didn't even think about it there. I was taking them out some of the dumplings from last night. I don't know if you saw my last video where I made chicken and dumplings. It was really good. Hi, Joe. Where are you going? Wee all the way home? But anyway, the chicken and dumplings, they were really good. Tons of great flavor. But it did have a lot of dumplings. Okay, Joe. Shh. Okay, shh. But there were a lot of dumplings on top, and I ate the leftovers of it. There was no meat. We ate all the meat out of it. I just kind of ate up the vegetables and a little bit of the dumpling, and then the rest of it I gave to the chickens. That made them very happy. So that is what is kind of happening here. Just trying to get through that laundry. I did my, I put the comforter in right now, and I have 2 loads to fold, and Maria's following me. Is there something going on, sweetie?
I want it.
What?
I want it.
You just wanted to say hi? What do you got there? Milk?
Milk.
Nice cup. So I do have these 2 loads that are ready to fold. I have a load of towels that I didn't get folded yesterday. And then I have the white load that I did this morning. Hi, Joe. You're back?
And there sure is my muskrats.
Oh, you're going to go hunt muskrats?
Yes.
Okay. Have fun.
There you go.
Oh, you want me to zip you up?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. There you go.
You're going to eat Maria's sandwich?
Yeah.
You know what that means, Maria? What does that mean?
No snacks.
No snacks is right. I'm working out of this cookbook again for tonight. This I just picked up at an estate sale. It's the 2013 Fix It and Forget It. Yeah, it's like kind of like a magazine, but sort of like a book, I guess, too. Okay, so I'm making this recipe today. It's called chicken with brown or wild rice. Let me hold that up for you guys. There we go. So if you want to take a screenshot or just, you know, write those down real quick, there's the ingredients. It looks really simple. It's just going to be some rice. I'm going to do a mix of brown rice and wild rice, and I only have instant rice today and then regular wild rice. Just working through my pantry, what I have on hand, that's what I'm using. And then cream of mushroom. Whoops, focus on those. I want to focus on my face, I guess. And then cream of mushroom and cream of chicken soup, and I have 3.5 cups of water. It does say to spray the inside of the crock pot here, but I'm just using one of my liners. This seemed like the kind of recipe that I want to do that for. So here we go. Let's put in the rice. I see I also need a onion soup mix packet, so I'm just going to look if I have one of those real quick here, and I don't. Typically what I do then is I just use either beef soup base or beef bouillon cubes and a couple tablespoons of minced onion. I only have one last one here, so I'm going to throw this in, and then a couple tablespoons. That is about 1 tablespoon. Okay, I had another minced onion in the pantry, and if I do happen to get the same brand twice, since I always write what it is on the top, I just transfer it over to the other one. Okay, so let's put in about another tablespoon of the minced onion. I don't have any more of this in the pantry, so we'll just add that to my list. And then what it says to do, basically I just pour these cans over. Right, so now I'm just going to mix this all up real well. We're going to pour the water over. I have 7 chicken thighs here. I did trim quite a bit of the skin off, and I'm just going to lay these all in here. I think most of them are going to submerge. I'm just going to cover this really well, making sure that I get this all in place, because these make lots of little bumps, and sometimes you don't get your lid on tight, so you got to watch that carefully. Set this to high, and this is going to go in here for 3 to 4 hours. It's almost 2 o'clock right now, so 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is going to be in here until between 5 and 6 o'clock, and at 5 o'clock I'll just come and give it a check. So Maria and I are going to make some granola. That's a pretty good scoop of good sized tablespoon. So what we need actually is 6 tablespoons of coconut oil, and we're going to melt this. Just keep going. I'll tell you when we have about 6 tablespoons, okay? And if you have a little extra, that's okay.
Oh my gosh, that smells so good.
It just gives it even more flavor. I'm also going to add in 6 tablespoons of honey.
Oh, it smells good.
Keep going. Okay, let's kind of pack that down in here once and see. Because 6 tablespoons is a little bit more than 1/3 of a cup. Put just a little bit more in there, okay? And then I have honey here. This we have bees on the marsh in the summer, honeybees, and the beekeepers will typically bring us honey then. And so I'm going to do 6 tablespoons as well of honey.
That?
That's perfect, yep. So just put that in for 30 seconds, okay, hon?
What do you push to do 30 seconds?
Express.
Is that express?
Nope, down to the left. Right there, yep. Okay, now we're gonna get stuff going in here. So we're gonna need not quite 5 cups. So we have some old-fashioned oats that I'm gonna be using first because that's open. 1, 2, and then when I grocery shopped last, this was all I could find at Walmart here. This is the Quick Cook oats. Basically the same thing, just ground up a little bit smaller.
I
Is that
noticed
3?
that.
Is that 3?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
I noticed that they're smaller.
4, and we need a half. There you go. We're gonna put in a full tablespoon of vanilla. Now, can you stir that around a little bit, Maria?
With what?
That spoon right there. I'm gonna do a half
And it
teaspoon.
smells even better.
Does it smell super good? Half teaspoon of salt.
Smell it, Mom. It smells even better.
I know it does. And then we're gonna put in, I'm using the unsweetened coconut flakes. Can you see what you're doing? And we're going to go a little bit over because again we need 6 tablespoons, which is a little more. There we go. That's good. We went way over, but that's okay. I don't have any chia seeds right now.
Mom, on the little chunks
But I would normally do that. But I do have poppy seeds. You put them all in. And then we're going to put in a couple tablespoons of brown sugar. That's probably 2 tablespoons right there, so just dump it right in. That's good. Okay, that's plenty. Oh, you know what? We were going to add nuts to this one, weren't we? Okay, so you grind those in there.
Whoops, that's too much. Do you want to do this? Because my arm is tired out.
Okay, just a second. Keep mixing.
Can there be like some open spots?
As soon as Maria got this all out on the pans, she took off outside to play because Peter's out there and yeah, Joe's out there too. So I put this in for 10 minutes and then another 3 minutes after I kind of mixed it around a little bit, and then another 3 or 4 minutes, something like that. Now I'm just going to let this cool completely and it'll kind of crisp up into like little chunks, and then I'll break it all up in a little bit. I'll store it in a probably like a couple mason jars or something like that. It keeps it nice and crispy. Now that a good plenty of the housework is done, Peter and I decide to grab Eska and go for a walk down on the marsh. We just want to catch up with Warren and Sam. Since it was a vlog day, I thought this would be a great day to take you guys along for a little walk on the marsh, show you what's going on with spring work. And really, this is going to be the best day of any to do that, because tomorrow we're setting up for rain. And so this was just a great day to head out there with the camera and just kind of give you guys a peek into cranberry farming. So this is what the dormant cranberry vines look like once all the ice has melted off in the spring. They're quite red at this point, and we really won't be seeing any greening up until mid-May or even a little bit later than that. Peter really wants to point out one of his muskrat traps to me. He and Dad had been
trapping muskrats this spring. Peter is basically telling us how important it is to keep the muskrat population in check. He says they're cute, but they do cause a lot of problems for my dad's cranberry beds. And one thing they do is they like to dig holes, and then they like to chew the roots off. And now these are really my own words here, but as a farmer, every day requires working in nature and with nature. And some days it feels like you're working against nature. It really is a delicate balance that farmers have to deal with on a daily basis, working with the weather and working with pests and working with animals and, just the wildlife that likes to call this place their home too. So we just have to all try to figure out how we're going to live in this area together. I catch up with Warren as he lays out the pipe. This is something that he has been doing every single spring without fail since 1996, and many springs even before that when he was working with and for his dad during high school and college. It's pretty technical work. It might be hard to believe, but each pipe has to be placed in exactly the same spot from where it was the year before. Each pipe makes kind of like a little groove in the cranberry bed and in the vines, and that is its spot that it has to be in. In the meantime here, Sam is doing his part. You see how the pipes are perpendicular to the bed? That's because Sam has gone along and taken those pipes off of the dike and put them perpendicular to the bed, making it easier for Warren to put each pipe into place rather than having to jump the ditch every single time. So once Warren places a pipe, he attaches it to the pipe that he had just laid down and then stakes it into place. Sometimes there's a visual winter crack in the pipe that has to be welded. Here Sam is taking a pipe up to the shop for Warren to fix tomorrow. And there's nothing like a little crew meeting at the end of the day where Dad basically just tells you what you're going to be doing the next day. They just kind of powwow a little bit, talk about the things that happened that day, talk about what they're going to be doing the next day. Joseph loves to reenact the things that he sees Dad doing. He loves to act like Dad and pretend to be Dad all the way down to the wearing the ear protector, the radio headphones. In this case, it looks like Joseph is reenacting winter sanding, or maybe he's acting out how he sees Dad hauling on a sand lift.
Okay, so it is supper time. It's actually quite late. It's 5 to 7. This took a lot longer to cook than I thought. It said 3 to 4 hours. It actually went on high for 5 hours. I just called the kids in.
Don't wash in there.
What's going on, boys?
Don't wash in the dirty water.
Oh yeah, Joe, don't do that, okay? Amber's going to clear the table because she's still working on statistics, believe it or not. And Warren is working on health insurance stuff. We actually have kind of settled on giving Solidarity Health a try. At least that's what we're thinking. We're doing all of the medical questionnaires and everything right now, or at least he is. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to settle down here and have some supper, and then I really don't know what the rest of the evening is going to bring. Maybe haircuts.
No.
We still haven't gotten that done, and that's been on our list for a while. Pinata.
I hope we'll do that tonight.
I think it's gonna be haircuts, guys. I did want to pop in here and just show you guys what we have left here from this meal. This was like flavorful in the sense that the chicken gave it good flavor, but it really needed more seasoning. So I'm not sure if it's because I only had one of the bouillon cubes and I didn't have the entire packet, the entire onion soup mix packet, or what, but this really needs a lot more flavor. So we put extra salt on it, extra pepper on it, and that really made it good. The little kids didn't really care for the like really soft rice. This is really what we have left. There's some meat in here, not a whole lot. So we did gobble up the meat. The meat was so tender, very, very delicious. But I mean, chicken thighs, it's really hard to screw them up. We had just a little tiny bit of carrots left here. We ate up all the orange, we have a little bit of cheese, and we have just a little bit of bread left. Overall, I would say that it went over well, but if I were to make this in the future, I do think that I would probably do it a little different. I would add a lot more seasoning. Like I said, I probably would throw in like a teaspoon of seasoning salt, and then some additional pepper. And then one of the things I'd also do is have more chicken if I was going to use the same amount of rice. Or if I was going to do the same amount of chicken I did today, I would do half of the amount of rice, because it just gave us a little too much, which then, you know, I'd half the soup and the water and everything else as well. So yeah, just kind of wanted to stop in and share that information with you, because I know that a lot of you are trying some of the different recipes, and I always like to give you our opinion, especially when it is a brand new recipe like that. So I'll probably just put the whole recipe in the description box below, but I will also link to Amazon. I noticed when I looked that they did have like 1 or 2 copies of that kind of like magazine / cookbook left. So maybe they still have it, maybe they're stocking them again. I don't know, maybe you can find it used, but there have been a lot of really good recipes. When we were looking last night, Amber pointed out another recipe. It's called sweet and sour chicken, and that looked really good too. It starts with carrots and onions and a can of pineapple chunks, and you use the juice and everything. You put a little bit of brown sugar in it and some soy sauce, and I want to say ginger and garlic and something else, and then you throw in like chunked up raw chicken breasts, and it would be like the boneless, skinless kind, and then serve that over rice. That sounded really good to me, but I had passed it up the first time. But then when Amber's like, hey, that sounds really good to me too, so I think I will probably try that one sometime. But tomorrow is Friday, so we'll be having a meatless meal. It's 8 o'clock right now. I might try to do haircuts yet tonight. I did tell Joseph and Peter that for sure that has to happen, so I better make that happen.
Me? No! Ow, ow, ow!
Kiss me.
Oh.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay. Okay. Are you ready?
Go. Ready.
I'm gonna get in and all the piece. Oh, there's a big
Ow.
chunk.
Mom!
There's a giant chunk. Looking great.
Mom!
I forgot one lucky.
Mom!
Good job.
Stop!
Good job.
No! Mom!
What, honey?
That look
Hey, Penny!
What?
Joe, you're doing great. You're doing great. Everyone's watching you get a haircut.
It's great?
Yeah!
It sure
it's
is.
great! Huh? It's great! Mom? Done?
We're very close to being done.
Okay. All done?
Not yet, not yet. No.
Ah, painful day.
Almost.
Come on! That's really good. Oh, done now with that. Oh,
Your hair is not short.
I wish it would be longer.
Okay. I just combed it in the back.
Like, how much is 3 inches?
Like that.
That's way too short. I can't do that. I can't. Mom? How much are you taking off?
Plenty.
No, I don't want it short. I literally, like, I can't.
You know what? Just think of that as all of the stress hair from math.
No, it's
We're
gonna
getting
stress
rid of
me
the
out that
stress hair
it's
from that.
short. I want long hair.
I know.
I don't want bangs.
Oh, you're getting them.
No.
No, I won't.
Yeah.
All I want, like, is long hair.
That's all you want.
Like,
all I
literally.
want.
Like, I
want
would love to
nothing
have my
else
hair in a
in life.
ponytail and then be able to, like, have it, like, down over my shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
But my hair always stops growing.
They say some people have a set
Yeah.
length. Or your mom is just giving you a set length.
Yeah.
Okay. I think you're done.
Alright,
All right, Peter, you're up. Oh, lighting isn't the greatest here tonight. Turn your head back that way. Yeah, lighting's not the greatest, and you have such blonde hair, it's hard to see. But there we go. Steps it is. It's bedtime. It's 9 o'clock. What do you think? Want to take a shower first?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I still haven't even finished my room.
You haven't even finished cleaning?
No. I have.
You'll have to finish it in the morning. I want you to shower, okay?
Tiny bit left.
Okay. Say goodnight.
Good night.
Well, it seems like we just can't make this day quit. Amber's working on a little lunch here for tomorrow. And what do you have going?
I'm gonna have like granola and milk, and then I'm making a smoothie.
What's going to go in your smoothie?
I don't know yet.
She had an idea. What was grapefruit?
Well, I have to look at the fruit situation. What we have. So we have strawberries, pineapple, mango, and peaches.
With some grapefruit? I don't know.
I feel like grapefruit's a tropical thing, so it would work. I'll probably put cranberries in it.
Okay. Sounds good.
Let's see.
And this is basically how I feel right now. Some days I just feel like we have just been go, 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 and we haven't had a lot of real busy days lately, but today has felt like it. So I'm going to get this little girl off to bed, and we will see you guys all in the next video. Bye-bye.